Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, as always, like to start off giving all honor and glory for praise and worship to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH. Double honors to our apostles, our elders, a great millstone, bishops and elders, a great millstone. We will teach for unsound doctrine. Strong shalom to the hopeful elect and the rest of the large multitude of men, women, and children. Let the Lord have mercy on these last days. All right, it's your brother Kadash, representing the GMS branch here in Cleveland, Lord, willing to bring out edifying lesson through the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI. The title the Spirit gave me is No One Left to Tell the Story. All right. I've been meaning to do this for a couple of days. I'm just not getting to it. There's actually a quote or a phrase that Apostle Tahar has said, in one of his lessons, like a couple of days ago. He said, no one left to tell the story. Who's the no one? He was referring to Esau's angels, his military. You know what I'm saying? His military, his angels. All right, because, matter of fact, Apostle Tahar just uploaded a video saying breaking news, right? So we're going to go to, let's go to this. It says, breaking news, right? So we're going to go to, it says, U.S., right? This is just headlines, right? Headlining. All right. Breaking news in the news. It says U.S. picks troops to prepare for potential deployment to Middle East. It says Pentagon orders 2,000 more U.S. troops. It says 2,000 more U.S. troops to be ready to deploy to the Middle East. About 2,000 U.S. troops told to prepare for deployment in response to the Israel-Hamas war. Right, as we've been going into, the least of the flock should draw them out. You know what I'm saying? And this is what's happening. Like we're one step closer to WW3, World War III, which means we're one step closer to the tiny technology to being implemented at a massive rate on the earth. See, the elder brother from London had did a video. I believe he had visited a museum dealing with the food rationing. All right, and the food rationing. It was an excellent video actually. Lord willing, I can. Man, I might try to download that and re-upload it on my page because it's a good video to watch dealing with the food rationing and how they actually use that as a means of directing what they wanted to issue in, right? In terms of ID cards or what have you, right? And that makes all the sense in the world dealing with this tiny technology, controlling the food rationing, so that when you issue in the next phase, instead of giving the people an ID card, actual physical ID card, the ID card would be digital, all right, and it would be there in the form of the tiny technology. So we're one step closer to the two out of the three of last couple major prophecies to come to pass, man. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, again, the title, No One Left to Tell the Story. You see, no one left to tell a story, meaning everyone of Esau angels are going to be decimated, all right, annihilated. You see, annihilated. Let's go to let me make this a full screen. I know I'm at the bottom, but let me hold on. Let me do it like this. All right, so let's go to Etum online. Let's see what this word say for we were just flowing in the spirit. How you spell annihilate? And how you spell annihilate? Hold on, man. You know these Esau words be fucking tricky. Let's see. Let me see. That's something. Can't spell it. Then let me see. Annihilate. Okay. Two N's. ANNIHI. ANNII. right, let's see. Give me annihilate. It says reduce to nothing. Ooh, scripture say, hold on, it says reduce to nothing, destroyed, right? Annihilation, act of reducing to non-existence. And that's what's about to get ready to happen. Esau is about to get ready to be what? Reduced to non-existence. You see, because when you go to the book of Daniel, when you go to the book of Daniel, chapter 2, let's start there. Let's go down to like 20. Let's go to no, I'm tripping. Let's go to 40. Let's go. We're gonna go straight to the point. Dealing with the statute is dealing with the statute of kingdoms, right? The order of the kingdoms and the kingdoms to come after. Let's damn, what I want. All right, let's go. Let's read Daniel 2:44. In the days of these kings shall the Most High power of heaven set up a kingdom. Right. So the Lord, what's going on is the reason why it won't be none of Esau angels left. All right, because what do we have? We got World War One, right? We got World War Two, right? And then Esau think because he's gonna have World War Three, and he's gonna come out to tell the story. You know what I'm saying? He think he's gonna have his, his military parades. Yeah, we got the victory over such and such. You know what I'm saying? His museums, his statues, niggas walking around with army veteran hats. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's proud to be a veteran. He's 80 years old in the fucking Walmart with a veteran's hat on because he was in the war and he's living to tell the story. It's not gonna be no one to live. It's not gonna be no American, or it's not gonna be anybody that comes from this domain, right, to tell the story on how Esau got the victory in this next world war. Because the Lord is here. He's saying what? The Lord is setting up a kingdom. Okay, the one that's bringing the war is YAHWASHI, and what's going to come after that is the setting up of His kingdom. So you're not going to be able to be in His kingdom, priding around your American flag, man. This is what shall never be destroyed. Okay, the point of war is to expand your kingdom or territory, to push your ways on the people in the world. That's the point of war. All right, to conquer and to rule. When it's a saying that Alexander wept. All right, because he conquered all the land, and he wept because there was no more places to conquer, man. You see, so because why? That means he was on top. He was the king. So it says, "What shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms." Right? It's going to break in pieces. We went into that word annihilation. Go back. It says act of reducing to non-existence. All right. It says reduce to nothing. So to reduce to nothing. Isaiah 47 brought low. All right. Or the daughter of Babylon brought to the dust of the ground. All right. In a confused state, brought low, brought to nothing. Because why? He's up high right now, right? He's up high right now, is he not? It says, and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. It says, for as much as thou sawest that the stone, which is Yahawashi, was cut out of the mountain without hands, and that it break in pieces the iron, the brass, the clay, the silver, and the gold, these different kingdoms that withstood, all right, before us, all right, in their different respective rulerships, all right, all the way back in the past, all the way, the Babylonian, the Egyptian Empire, the Babylonian Empire, the Greeks, the Romans, you know what I'm saying, the modern day Romans, right? Every captivity, all right, that we've been under, the Lord, all right, because The modern day Roman Empire that we're currently under is just a big ball of these different kingdoms all in one. So when Yahushua come to break in pieces this system, this kingdom, it's going to break the structure and the mindset of all the ancient kingdoms combined. It says the great power Yahweh have made known to the king what shall come to pass hereafter. And the dream is certain, right? It's going to come. It's stamped in the interpretation thereof. Sure, right, right. So the point I want is that the Lord is going to break in pieces, right? Meaning bring to nothing something that's whole, and when it comes to pieces, all right, is nothing. Okay, when it's together, all right, it upheld an image, it upheld whatever it was intended to be, all right, it upheld that. But when the moment it breaks in pieces, there's no more value in it. All right, it can hold nothing of what it was trying to convey. So Yahawashi is coming to do such as that. And who's going to actually try to be on the front line to defend the image, the system, the concept of life in which Esau pushed? His army, his military. They're the ones that's going to be he has his military, just like Yahawashi has their military. The governing body, the 144,000 elect men, is the military, the government of the kingdom to come. And they're going to uphold the formation of the kingdom. They're the pillars, all right, in David's house. You see? And they're going to be the ones who uphold that image. So the watchers, that's why the Lord, he got us practicing these things now, being a watchman. All right, that's someone who watches for threats and danger to come. All right, so that they can counter it and save the people and save the things of value, whether it's the vineyard, whether it's whatever, the town, the city, whatever. It's just so happened that we're going to be at a complete full state that it's not going to be no danger threatening the kingdom of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. It said it shall stand forever. You know, so because and you can go to Isaiah 2, we're not going to learn war no more. It's not going to be no need to have a war mindset. See? But anyways, it says let's go to Joel 2 real quick. Joel 2 and 20, I think. It says, but I will remove far off from you the northern army. So there's not going to be, like I said, no nigga claiming to be a military vet. The Lord is going to remove far off from us the northern army, which is the North America, man. All right. The red, white, and blue. I will remove far off from you the northern army and will drive him into a land barren and desolate. The Lord is going to make this place desolate. All right. He's going to bring them to the valley of decision. He's going to plead with them there. And their home base is going to be disannulled. Okay. Annihilated. Brought to nothing. Right. The proud, the few, the marine, whatever his commercials say is never going to exist again. You're never going to hear a pride, the few, whatever his commercials say. You're never going to hear that shit again. Man. With his face toward the east sea and his hinder part toward the utmost sea, and his stink shall come up, and his ill savor shall come up because he have done great things. Right, his stink. He's going to be at a decapitated state, man. Okay. When your body have and your body is not at ease, meaning have this diseased, meaning have a disease. Okay, it produces ulcers. It produces, when a body is dead, it produces a smell. Esau is going to be at a dead state forever. He's never going to come out of that. He's going to produce a stink. Okay. So that's all we want to know. Let's go to matter of fact, let's go to the Apocrypha real quick. Second Esdras. Let's go to Second Esdras 16 real quick. I just want to make a few points. All right, nothing too major. Just harping on the point that Apostle Tahar said about there's not going to be no one left to tell the story. His story, history, right? His story. He's not going to be left to tell his story. We're going to be the ones telling the story. We're going to get the victories, the victory. Right? We're getting a victory right now. Second, we already got the victory. You know, we already got the victory. Right? Before I read this, since I'm Second Esdras, let's read this real quick. Second Esdras 2. In 13 it says, go and ye shall receive, pray for a few days unto you, that they may be shortened. The kingdom is already prepared for you. Watch. So we already won. We're just watching the movie play out. So when you go back to 2 Ezra 16, it says, let's go here. 2 Ezra 16. Let's go straight to the point. 2 Ezra 16 and 30. Let's start at 31. Even so, in those days, there should be 3 or 4 left by them that search their houses with the sword. And the earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof shall wax old. Her ways and all her paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man shall travel therethrough. I actually had a dream about this, man. It was chaos. No one was there. Like one of them I Am Legend scenes, grass growing through the concrete and type shit, you know. It says, the virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. Why is this? Because war has broke out. War has broke out, and it's televised. That's how they're going to mourn, because they're going to know that the men in their life is not returning unto them. See what I'm saying? There's not going to be no one left in this military, man. He's pushing this image as if it's going to be something else than that. It says, in the war shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. You see? So the ones that don't go to war is going to die by local authorities. Local, and I mean local authorities. I'm talking about the ones who's taking action into their own hands. All right? The people, the society, his comrades, and his neighbors, and so forth. You know, they're going to either die. It's scary to say that the ones that escape the sword should die by famine. The ones that escape famine should die by the sword. Mighty man should whip bitterly. Right? It says, and then it says, in the war should their bridegrooms be destroyed. It's not going to, look, man. The husbands, YAHAWASHI is going to destroy all the host of Esau. Because that's why the military is your backbone. It shows your strength by your militant might. Okay? The reason why Esau is a man of war is because the father, YAHAWASHI, is a man of war. He installed that into Esau. Esau didn't just come up with that on his own. The father gave him that blessing. So he's a man of war because the father's a man of war. He is a Hebrew, right? So, but it's just the father didn't give him the wisdom to orchestrate war properly. All right. And then once he obtains the things that he's trying to obtain through war, he didn't give him the wisdom, the life, the spirit to actually withhold that. All right. That's why his kingdom will never last. He don't have the spirit. The spirit is what gives us the wisdom to actually uphold a kingdom. That's why we're going to win the war. You got to remember the Temanites, the Germans, all right, these Russians, these different, Esau split his family up and called themselves different names. They're all the same people, man. The father gave him a blessing that was going to be used. He said he created the smith. He gave him a blessing that was going to be used to what? To destroy himself, man. Our blessing that we received wasn't going to destroy us. We were going to live from our blessing. It says, in the war shall their bridegrooms be destroyed. Right? Let's look up this word destroyed. Destroyed. He said he's becoming a harbinger of death. To overthrow, lay waste, ruin, brought low, like we said, brought to nothing. Unbuild, goddamn, unbuild. We just read about that stone that's coming to smash and break in pieces the system, to dust, bring to naught, put an end to. That's what the word destroy means. To kill, slay, right? To kill, not murder. to kill, because it's going to be justified, to pull down, demolish what has been built. So the Lord is coming to demolish what has been built. You see? So it says, again, in the war shall their bridegrooms be destroyed. His military has been built. You know? You can't tell a military man nothing, man. Hey, matter of fact, let's go to Revelations real quick. Revelations 12. This is Revelations 12. It says, all right, let's start here. Let's get, I mean, I love Revelation 12. Let's just go to, let's get this Revelations 12 and 7. And there was war in heaven, right? So this is the war in heaven that's about getting ready to happen. It haven't happened yet. Heaven just is a state of rulership. Okay, heaven, it's gonna be war in heaven. It's gonna be war in heaven, literally in the Shemayim, in terms of the firmament, right? Lord willing, we can get 2 Ezra 13 after this, because he said one realm against the next. Okay, the realms are going to collide, and that's how the war is going to happen. To the point that they're literally going to see angels in YAHWASHI, the fathership, all right, waging war. It's going to be concentrated fire, the laser beams from chariots zapping people, man. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels. Read it again. There was a war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, right? The dragon being Esau, Edom, right? A dragon, when you go into the etymology of the word dragon, it goes into a huge serpent. He was once known as a serpent back in the garden, and he's transformed himself into a dragon because he grew. His tail was just cut off. His tail grew back, and now he became a dragon. He blew a bigger flame, right? He conquered the whole world from east to west. He has his image and his directions on the earth right now. Job 9:24. That's how he's a dragon. Okay? His draconian measures, his laws, his harsh ways of punishment without justification. Dracon was a Athenian law scribe in Athens, Greece, who wrote harsh laws and punishments for things that have no justification to it. They show you that in that movie Black Knight, when the king, he told Martin was a court jester, and he told him to put him to death because he stole a turnip or whatever it was, all right, for his family, one of them, just one turnip, so his family could eat. And he was going to he got to get put to death. You know what I'm saying? And Martin started laughing like, nigga, what? And then the king looked at him, so he had to fake it. And then he gave the dude some money and told him to go away. But the point is that he was about to put him to death for stealing one turnip. That's a draconian measure. All right. Like for example, in Esau society today, crossing the street while cars traveling on the road, it's called jaywalking, and you can be jailed. I know people that got arrested for that, fined for that, for jaywalking. That's a draconian law. A low level draconian law, but it's a draconian law. So he's a dragon. He is the dragon. And Dracon was an Edomite. It says, and the dragon fought and his angels. Who is his angels? His military. You go into Revelations 8 and 9, goes into his jets and how they, how they look, how they sound, what I'm saying, how he maneuvered through the different wars. You know what I'm saying? He flies in the air. You know what I'm saying? He has angels fly in the air. He has his lights and different things. He tried to defy laws of gravity, and he tried to mimic the chariots, man. All right, they're in the air and they watch over, they guide, they fight. That's what his military does everything on the left hand side on a low level that the Father's military does on the right hand side, which is his angels. So these are his angels, his military. And what happened? He prevailed not. Neither was their place found anymore in heaven. So the result of this war that's coming is the end of the Edomite Empire forever. It says, and the great dragon was cast out. Right. This is when he's going to be cast out. He's going to be put down, man. He's going to be cast out of rulership. That old serpent is linking him to that old serpent because he is that old serpent that got transformed into a dragon. But this time the Lord is coming to what? Jeremiah 30. He said he's coming to bring what? Pain upon the head of the wicked. He's going to smite the head this time. He's going to cut the head off so that it don't grow back. Called the devil, the Diablos, the deceiver, Shaitan, and Shaitan, which is what? The adversary, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation. Right? Salvation cannot come until this dragon is put down. Right? Until all this, until these prophecies come to pass, that's when salvation can come. And strength is going to happen simultaneously. And Wisdom of Solomon 18 to tell you that. In the kingdom of our power and the power of his anointed. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb. So the fact, this is proof. This proves that we're going to win the war, or we won the war. This proves that Esau won't live forever. This proves that his society, his society and his military won't last forever. You got these niggas like, bro, every time it's an issue, let me go back to that article. Every time it's an issue, it says Pentagon orders 2,000 more U.S. troops to be ready to deploy to the Middle East. Like, nigga, he's playing the savior. He's playing the hero. You know what I'm saying? He's playing the hero, man. How you know he's playing the hero? Let me type this in. Watch this. How long have the U.S. been at war? Let's look. It says this morning I discovered an interesting statistic. Okay, somebody posted this. America has been at war 93% of the time. 222 out of 239 years since 1776. And when you go into the year 1776, that's when I wasn't trying to go into it, but that's when you know, his so-called system was somewhat established. All right, the seal was of the United States was established in 1776. Let me just prove that real quick. United States. The Great Seal of the United States is the symbol of our sovereignty as a nation. Right. It says, let me see. Let's see if we can find that and prove that. There you go. The year of the U.S. Declaration of Independence, 1776. You see? So this how then we just read he was the devil was cast down, the Diablos, the deceiver. Right? This nigga is deceptive as hell, man. It says, now this is supposed to be the great seal to symbolize the nation's independency. All right. A declaration of his independence, meaning he's declaring his independence. He's stamped and made a badge, and he lets you know that he's separated from the rest of the world. Okay, so if see, when Israel gets separated from the rest of the world and everybody as a nation, there ain't gonna be no fucking war. You see what I'm saying? This nigga talking about he's been separated, right? The Declaration of Independence. But here it said that you was at war since this fucking thing. It said 1776 is when he declared this. So if I declare independence, right? If I declare independence, that means I'm separate and now I should be at peace. But this nigga has not been at peace. He's been at war since he declared this. It's all about the sign, we know, right? And as you see the seal of the United States here is shown on the right, septis, right? Right? And which means out of many, right? Which is one, right? And also it got it here, which Nouveaux Order of the Seclorium, which New Order of the Ages, right? Which is the declaration of a new world starting in 1776. All right, a little bit before that, you know what I'm saying, you know, but when they put dates on it, that's when things started to really move. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, let's go back. He been at war 93% of the time, man. It says the U.S. only been at peace for less than 20 years total since its birth. And really, shit, the U.S. ain't really never really been at peace, man. You see what I'm saying? So shit, man. But the point is that, let me go back here. This is how we already won. We already won. We overcome him by the blood of the Lamb. It says, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto death, right? Which is the spirit of prophecy. And prophecy, according to Revelation 19:10, and prophecy states what? Prophecy states that that you will no longer reign a king forever, Esau. So you're not gonna have your bunkers and you come out the bunkers and you say, hey, you know what, kids, this was your great grandfather. And you go to this nigga house and he got war pictures and shit. He got pictures with the president. You know what I'm saying? Nigga smiling and shit with a thumbs up. Nigga standing on a mountain and dead bodies on the ground. You know what I'm saying? The nigga got the other opponent's flag in his hand. None of that's gonna happen, man. You know what's crazy? The people think that's gonna happen. The people is they talk about that in Ezekiel 29 about this being the confidence of Israel. The people has confidence in Esau Edom. They really believe that this nigga is gonna get the he's gonna come out on top, man. You know why he's not gonna come out on top? Because this time the father is gonna fight him. Yahawashi is coming, man. His son is gonna fight him, man, and he's gonna make sure that he don't win. That's what that is. That's why you think all the nations, man. I got it. Let me hold this on deck. Let me hold this on deck. And then we're gonna close out. 2nd Ezra 13. Let me hold 2nd Ezra 13 on deck, and then we're gonna go real quick. Let's get Daniel 12 real quick to line up with that Revelations. And then we're gonna close out. I don't want to make this too long. Daniel 12:1. The time of the end. End of who? End of what? Esau's society. Right? Esau's society. So Jacob is the beginning of the world, and Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So Esau is going to be in rulership when the time of the end comes. And at that time shall Mayaka Allah, some brothers say Micah Allah, some brothers say Mayaka Allah, stand up, right? He's the what? The great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. Right? He's the the head angel in charge of the well, Yahawashi is the head angel, but he's one of the generals, right? Our war generals that's going to be used to, you know, bring war on Esau Edom, and there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation even to that time. At that time, thy people should be delivered, every one that should be found written in the book. See, so this time that we're coming into is going to be like a time like none other. Ain't going to be no burying bodies. You know what I'm saying? Having funerals, the traffic stop because of the funeral line coming past. Ain't gonna be none of that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? The ones that get deployed to the so-called Middle East this time, they're not coming back. They're not coming back. You know why? Because, like it says in Joel 3, I will gather. No, let's start at 1. Joel 3:1. For behold, in those days, we just read that the title, at the time of the end. That's the days. And in that time when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, right? The Lord, this is how the Lord is going to take off the captivity of Israel. That's why brothers can't wait for the system to crash. We tired of fucking working and doing this shit. We know that the moment that this system crashes, we're free from captivity. We're free from bondage. We're getting ready to exit. We ain't got to worry about paying a bill because society has crashed. We ain't got to worry about this or that because the system has crashed. The Lord is bringing back the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, which is the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom. I will also gather all nations, and simultaneously the Lord is gathering all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, which is Yahweh Shaphat, Yahweh's judgment. Yahweh is the Father's name, Shaphat is judge. All right. and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and part of my land. Right. So the Lord has had us in captivity until this time, just to bring the enemy down, so that he can be justified in his doing, in his actions, man. And Esau, Edom, many other things. Why the Lord is going to be justified. So the Lord is what? He's going to bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, man. You see? Type this in. Hold on. You afraid like that? Come on now. I'm spelling it wrong. No, that's right. That's why I hate when you see Esau, a fucking devil, man. You can't type in some words in the Bible app sometime, and you type it directly the same, and it don't even come up. Shit's stupid, bro. I was trying to get it. I was gonna get Revelation 16, but I was trying to get it to pull up other scriptures. It's irritating, dude. Let's just put it up in here. Revelation 16. I thought it would pull it up on here too, but you see they didn't. It's cool, man. It says 6 balls of wrath. Now, this is obviously going into the tiny technology, different the war, right? The blaspheming of the people. Like, this is judgment. Revelation 16. I just want to read this part. It says, this Revelation 16, and let's start at 8. And the fourth angel poured out his vial upon the sun, and power was given unto him to scorch men with fire. This is the war that's happening. This third war is going to be like none other. It's not going to be any survivors, man. Esau got you niggas in a trick bag, man. And he knows that. You're not fighting for freedom. The only way you can fight for freedom is serving the Lord, man. And the fourth angel poured out his vial upon the sun, and power was given unto him to scorch men with fire. Revelation 16 and 9. And men were scorched with great heat and blaspheming the name of Yahweh, which have power over these plagues. The Lord is bringing these things. And they repented not to give him glory. And the fifth angel poured out his vial upon the seat of the beast. You see? The seat of the beast. We're coming for you, man. Yes, we're coming for you, man. You know what I'm saying? You know how we had the code words and all that, man. Fuck all that, man. We coming for you, man. We coming for your head, Esau. Through the spirit and power of YAHWASHI, man. Thus said the Holy Scriptures. Thus said YAHWASHI. And his kingdom was full of darkness, and they gnawed their tongues with pain from the fathership and from the the darkening or the smoke. You know what I'm saying? And the literal and in the sense of his knowledge. Okay, ain't gonna be no more knowledge in the Edomite's land. Okay, well, his form of knowledge, his form of education, right? The satellites and the system, ain't gonna be no more of that. Esau pushing his way on you. All these things are gonna be darkened, literally, physically, and spiritually. And the fifth angel poured out his vial upon the seat of the beast, right? Which everything Esau has in terms of his power structure, the Vatican, the red, white, and blue. You know what I'm saying? All these different things he has. And his kingdom was full of darkness, and in all the tongues of pain and blasphemy the name of YAHWASHI, the power of heaven, because of their pains and their swords, and repented not for their deeds. And the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the earth. And the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up, and that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared. See, the water thereof was dried up, and that's what we see now. We see that now. It says, Euphrates River is drying up in Christ's loom. This is March 10th, 2023. Just as the Bible warned. And why is the river Euphrates being dried up? And it says the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared. Where is Biden? Where is Biden sending these U.S. troops? Pentagon orders 2,000 more U.S. troops to be ready to deploy to the Middle East. Right, like Apostle Tar said, Ukraine, Russia, the whole line stemming to Israel, all that is going into the Valley of Jehoshaphat. It's all connected. It's not that far from each other. Right, the Lord is bringing them down to the Valley of Decision, the font. All right, so let's go back. Right, so yeah, so and I guess we could close with 2 Ezra 13. I just wanted to make a few points. You know what I'm saying? Not too much. Now this is the war. You know, I'm not gonna. You know what? I'll start from 1. I'm gonna just breeze through this real quick. 2 Ezra 13:1. It came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night. So many scriptures to go into. Jeremiah 50, Jeremiah 51, all the Isaiah. What are you talking about? So many scriptures to go into. Let me line this up real quick. This is Isaiah. It's Isaiah 31. And 3. Now the Egyptians are men and not power, and their horses flesh and not spirit. That's why they're gonna lose, because they don't have this the true power to combat what's coming, which is the angels, which is YAHWASHI. They're flesh, the military. They you see videos on it all the time. They try to shoot a chariot and they can never even touch it. Nowhere close to it. When YAHWASHI shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that is hoping shall fall down, and they shall all fail together. It's not going to be not one man left in the military, because this next war is the Lord is going to actually fight in this war. But thus the Lord of power, YAHWASHI, spoken unto me like it's the lion and the young lion roaring as on his prey, when a multitude of shepherds is called forth against them, he will not be afraid of their voice, nor abase himself for the noise of them. So shall the Lord of hosts come down to fight. See, the Lord YAHWASHI is coming down to fight in this war. There's not going to be nobody left. If YAHWASHI is coming, he said in Isaiah 47, I will not meet thee as a man. The Lord is not playing. He's coming as like a demon-like power. He's coming Alashadya, man. Demon-like power. You know? He's coming with great force, man. Of hosts come down to fight for Mount Zion and for the hill thereof. Right. As birds flying, so will YAHWASHI of armies, Lord of hosts, Yahweh Tazabah or Tazabawath, which is Lord of armies, right? His army is his angels. Defend Jerusalem. This is why it's not going to be no one left, because the Lord is coming to fight on our behalf. Is Exodus 14:14. Hold thy peace, the Lord shall fight for thee. The Lord is coming to fight, literally, YAHWASHI, and he's gonna do it out here. He ain't gonna break a sweat, man. In 1 hour shall thou be destroyed. We went into that war destroyed. We still should have it up. It says to pull it down, demolish what has been built, brought to naught, put to an end. In 1 hour, it's gonna be put to an end, man. Defending, it says, as birds flying, YAHWASHI is coming in. He's going to pierce the clouds. He's going to pierce the sky, the firmament. He's going to come in at an angle, and he's going to come in formation. That's what it means as birds flying. Birds fly at an angle. They like an arrow, right? Right? And it sends going to their target. That's how YAHWASHI is coming in. He's coming in like an arrow, right? And he's not going to miss his target. And he's coming in a formation, all right? Because that's order. So the Lord is coming in just like that. He's going to come in like that to what? It says, so will Yahweh of armies defend Jerusalem. Defending also, he will deliver it. And passing over, he will preserve it. Come on, man. You know? Come on, man. So this is 2 Ezra 13:1. And it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea that it moved all the ways thereof. That's how YAHWASHI is coming in, as birds flying. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heavens. Woo-wee! Let's go, man. That man waxed strong with the thousands of heavens. Though we see our military is way vaster, way more vast than Esau's military. All the militaries on the earth combined don't compare to the army in the heavens, man. Thousands and thousands. Scripture talking about thousands and thousands worshiping the Lord. Woo-wee, man. And when he said, bro, he said we as the sand of the sea here on earth. How much more in the heavens, man? Come on, man. We got our brothers and sisters coming to fight on our behalf, man. You know what I'm saying? It says when he turned that. Now this is the true definition of family, man. Family really, family fights for each other, and we got our family coming, man. We got our true family coming. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him. Yeah, because y'all ain't ready for what's about to happen. Y'all scared of us. And we're at our Lord's state. All we're doing is speaking powerful. All we're doing is speaking words, and y'all niggas scared of us. Y'all can't handle us at our weakest state, nigga. How much more at our greatest? And whosoever, that's why I pray I'm part of that 144,000, man. I want to be a part of the government, man. I want to be a part of them head busters, man. You feel what I'm saying? Lord said he's going to make us a battle axe of war. Or his battle axe. Why? Well, Lord, he's going to make us his battle axe. Come on, man. It says, whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burnt that heard his voice, like as the earth filleth when it filleth the fire. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea, right out of the Shemayim, which is YAHAWASHI. You see, I posted on my channel. I did a video on it and on TikTok. All right, my TikTok channel. All right. The Issachar, right? Who NASA was live. They have a live satellite, and they showed the fathership coming in. They said he is bigger than the city. It looked like a whole city, right? And then they said, and then as soon as they seen that, after it was other chariots, and they cut the live, but the man caught it. You know, YAHAWASHI did that. He did that on purpose, so you can see. Where the Lord is getting ready to enter the atmosphere. They talking about something moving in that's bigger than the sun, or bigger, whatever, however they explained it. That's why it's, as we're reading, it said, well, it's about to say, it says, but I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew upon it. That's that fathership. But I would have seen the region or place where out the hill was graven, and I could not, right? It's just like the sky. You look in the sky, you can't tell where the sky started in. All you see is blue. It goes from one end to the next. You keep driving, it don't ever stop. That's how the fathership is going to be. They're going to see his ship from one end of the earth to the next, right? When you go to Isaiah, Slovakia, I'm trying to make this that long. When you go to Isaiah, for Isaiah, not what I meant. Well, let's read this since I did go here. Isaiah 19. I want Isaiah 59, but Isaiah, it said message to Egypt, and this is the message that I'm proclaiming, that the YAHAWASHI is proclaiming through myself, which is just used as a vessel, and all the other men who are vessels and messengers of the Lord, angels on a lower level right now in this earth, are messengers of the Lord right now. The burden of Egypt, which goes into prophecy in a heavy load. Behold, YAHAWASHI shall ride up upon a swift cloud and shall come into Egypt. He's going to come into Egypt. We read it as birds flying, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. You see? And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his neighbor, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. And they shall see. Okay, get my charger real quick. Kalea, come here. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. right? Which is his advice, his structure. Give my charger real quick. Our laptop charger. Why you walking so slow? And they shall seek to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. See, and they're not gonna be able to call upon the left hand magic because it is controlled by the Lord. You see, this is the message. And then let's go to Isaiah 59. Again, we're gonna close out, finishing out Isaiah 30. Revelation, 2 13, Isaiah 59 and 19. It says, "So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and His glory from the rising of the sun." That's from east to west. Rising, it says from the west. It says the glory from the rising of the sun. The sun rises in the east and it sets in the west. When an enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. Meaning what? A way to escape. Going back, 6, 2 13 and 6. But I behold, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew up upon it. But I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not. After this, I held, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were so afraid, yet durst fight, right? Because you're meant to get destroyed. And lo, right, so the ones that so-called Christians in Esau's military, you're a Christian, you believe in, but you're in the military. They got church service in the military, nigga. You gonna die, plain and simple. You're gonna perish, simple. Because you're gonna have no choice but to fight against the Lord. Because the Lord, what? He's gonna put the Spirit in you too. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lift up his hand nor held sword nor any instrument of war. But only I saw that it sent out of his mouth, right? The mouth of the chariots, right? As it had been a blast of fire that was concentrated beams, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests. Bro, not to mention Leviathan, bro. Come on, man. The Lord about to get down, man. The Lord about to get down, man. And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude. Right, Esau's army, military, which was prepared to fight. They're prepared to fight. We just read it. It says, U.S. picks troops to prepare for potential deployment to Middle East. So Esau's been preparing the mind of his army, his angels. Was that Nixon, I believe? Was it President Nixon? For brother on the comment board, and know what I'm talking about, they could put it there. I believe it was Reagan or Nixon, one of the two. I think it was Reagan. That said, if I did a video on this a while ago, many brothers have, but it's a clip where you could go on YouTube and search it. If they didn't take it down, you could find it somewhere on the internet about him saying that if they were at war, right, they would stop fighting each other to fight. If it was an alien invasion, they would stop fighting each other to fight the potential threat that's entering the atmosphere. That's what he said. He said that word for word. And what he was quoting Revelation 2 Ezra 13 and 11. I mean, not 11. He was quoting 2 Ezra 13. I'm gonna go to the actual verse that he was quoting. Let me finish this verse. So they were prepared to fight and burnt them up, every one. See, no one's gonna survive. No one left to tell the story, man. So that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude, nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. Afterward, I saw the same man come down from the mountain. So Yahushua is going to come down, right, because it's over with, and call unto him in another peaceable multitude. Come on, man. Let's go down to the verse where it talks about the quote, the verse that he was quoting. All right, let me read this verse, 31. It says, and one shall undertake, 2 Ezra 13:31, and one shall undertake to fight one against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another. See? And that time shall be when these things shall come to pass, and the signs shall happen, which I showed thee before, and then shall my son be declared, whom thou sawest as a man descending, right? Ascending. So that's Yahawashi. Okay. It says, when all the people hear his voice, every man shall in their own land leave the battle they have one against another, And in an innumerable multitude, they're going to gather together, shall be gathered together as thou sawest them willing to come and to overcome him by fighting. This is what the President Reagan, I believe, had quoted. But he shall stand upon the top of the Mount Zion. Because Zion means what? Monument, memorial. So if the Lord is standing upon that, that means that this is what's going to actually stand after this. See? This is what is going to stand. So you know why? And Zion shall come and shall be showed to all men, being prepared and builded, like as thou sawest the hill graven without hands. And this my son shall rebuke the wicked adventures of those nations which were for their wicked life, all fallen into the tempest. See? And shall lay before them their evil thoughts and the torments wherewith they shall begin to be tormented, which are like unto a flame, and he shall destroy them without labor by the law, which is like unto fire, man. So there you have it, man. It's not going to be not one man or woman in Esau's fighting, uh, his fighting staff, right? If you want to use a code word, his fighting staff. It's not gonna be one left to tell the story, man. It's not gonna be no more mother effing military vets after World War III, man. So Lord willing is edifying. I just wanted to touch on that. Again, I would like to give all honor, glory, infinite praise, and worship to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH. Again, double honor to our apostle, elder, grand millstone, rule, teacher, and sound doctrine. And strong shalom to the hopeful elect and the rest of the Lord, and up to the men and the children. Let the Lord have mercy on these last days. To Brother Kadash. Till next time, walk like a ball, man. Hey, DTA, man. Walk like a ball, DTA, abide the ball, abide the ball, abide the ball, abide the ball, Babakusha, 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 Yahawashi, Shabashim, Kakadash, the water. Till next time, Shalom.